There's a lot of relationships who do a method called suffering in silence. In other words, when they get upset, they have no idea how to express it to their partner. And what this creates is a very superficial relationship where people are just going along with ideas, but they never really know each other, and they don't get the health benefits of knowing themselves and getting deeper and more connected to their partner. When you're in this kind of relationship, it's usually because you lack the skills of fighting fair, or you lack the skills of knowing how to talk about what you're feeling, because it's not always fighting, but a lot of times suffering in silence is when any conflict with your partner comes up. Now, in a healthy relationship, there should be things you disagree with your partner about every single day. And having a partner that you're really connected to means you're going to be able to talk to them. Or if they say something, we believe this, you're able to say, well, we really don't. You and I have discussed that, but I'm not sure I exactly believe what you believe anyway. When couples are able to correct each other about certain issues, or they're able to voice what they feel, that's a sign of a healthy couple. When I see that going on, I know I've got something to work with, something that's sustainable. There's a lot of reasons people resort to suffering in silence, and I have a few of them in mind that I'd like to talk about. First of all, you may not be good at expressing your feelings. You may not be in touch with your feelings. Self-awareness and getting more knowledge about yourself would be a big benefit to you. Or it may be just that this happens during conflict. If during conflict you overreact, or you get all, like your default is anger and that's all you can see, you may have grown up with a lot of that. And you may have seen parents just blow up at any talk that would happen of a difference in opinion. So what happened is one of the parents decided to go along with the other one and make a united front that way. That's very dangerous. In healthy relationships, you should be able to negotiate, and negotiating is not just going along and seething inside. You may have never had healthy role models, which is something I just alluded to. If you had role models that defaulted to anger on every kind of conflict, then you take that into your marriage or your relationship now. You may exhaust yourself with thinking of how this will play out before it even plays out. And you forget, because you're not confident about your own skills, that you can change the direction of the conflict. You can change the direction of the argument, but you can't change it without the skills. So first of all, the number one thing you need to do is you need to get brave enough to speak up. You need to tell your partner, you know, I respect what you're saying, but I don't feel that way. That should be your script going forward. If you're a person that suffers in silence, these words are really going to help you. Secondly, stop. Just stop whatever's going on, the feeling, the resentment, what you're left with after you go along. Maybe it's guilt or shame, and seek a therapist. Tell a therapist that you need help expressing yourself, because a therapist can really help you do that. They're going to look underneath and see what areas of your confidence were never restored, or why you feel so weak in owning your power. Or maybe it's even defining what you feel. And journaling and talking, like cognitive behavioral therapy, can really help restore that. And lastly, I want you to remember that just because an argument or a relationship is failing doesn't mean it's bad. If you fail to get your point across, it's not bad. It's not a weakness. Stop labeling what happens. Start rather, being more positive. I wasn't really good at expressing myself yesterday, but today I've kind of identified it. I've written a little bit, and this is more it. When I give couples and clients, different tools to use, like I want you to journal every day 3 thoughts, and then I want you to expand on those. Maybe the thought of guilt. When do you feel guilt? Shame. When do I feel shame? Or over-censoring. When do I over-censor everything that comes out of my mouth? This is going to help you get insight, increase your awareness, and help you learn to express yourself better.